Hi guys, and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to show you how to do another simple job. It takes a screwdriver, and that's it. It takes about 5 to 10 minutes depending on how careful you are and if you've done it before and you know what to look for. So hopefully this will help speed it up quite a bit. I'm going to show you how to remove the center panel from a manual car. The sport shift car has a different setup right here, so it may be a bit different. But this is pretty quick and easy for these cars. There's just a couple of things to look out for. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing you want to do is remove that aluminum bar back there. And this one that goes across the parcel shelf, it's just a series of Phillips head screws. So you can remove all those. One of them is this one right here, and you can see it's part of the armrest. And that's the one that holds this in place. So once this is removed, this is actually not held in by anything else. However, this bar is still in the way for you removing it, so you have to remove the whole bar. So once this the bar is out of the way, and this is also, you can see this is free, the other end of this is secured in place by a basically a slip fitting. So if you lift up on the back and pull back, you can see this spot right here is where it slides into place. And mine's all chewed up because I've taken mine apart so many times. But this is what's holding the front in place. You have to have, when you put this back in place, it's very important to remember that this needs to be all the way down and pushed in, because if not, it'll just lift right off. You can, I mean, you'll be able to pull this up and it won't sit right. So again, pull this back, and if you lift up, it may help. You know, lift up on the back, it may help. But this is the spot that's holding it in place. Once this is removed, you'll have two screws that are sitting right here. Again, they're Phillips head screws. You remove those, and you can lift up the back of this console. So having done that, now you have got all the connectors for the different buttons. You've got the parking sensor button, you've got the rear defrost button, you've got the power outlet or cigarette lighter, whichever one you've got, doesn't matter. You've got that one, the trunk release, the door locks, and then you have this one up here, which is just an indicator light for like Bluetooth and stuff. So in order to unplug those, let's go ahead. I wonder if I can actually set this back up. Hey, look at that. I'm gonna stay. So in order to unplug them, let's find one here. You'll just have to push in on the tabs. It's just like any connectors, but you're pushing in on the tabs, pulling them out. So again, there's a number of them, and as you go further along, you can lift this higher up to give you more access. Again, it's just look at the buttons on the top side and unplug them on the back. The cigarette lighter or the power outlet has two connectors. There's these two orange ones, so keep those in mind. And then once you get to the front end, you're going to see that the Bluetooth connector is a wire that goes elsewhere. So you're actually going to unplug, unlike the other ones which have a wire going to the buttons where the connector is. On the Bluetooth indicator, it's going to be that the wire continues further down, and I'll show you where that is once I pull this out. To get this off, this is a little bit different. In a lot of cars, it's just a screw off, and this is similar. Let's see if I can do this without embarrassing myself. But you push down on it, and I've got no leverage. Let me open my door real quick. You push down on it, and then you can rotate it. And that's how it comes off. And having freed that, you can now see, here's that Bluetooth one. This is where the plug is. It's right down here. It's the gray one. Obviously, just trace the wire and you'll find it. But that's how you remove the shift knob. It's spring-loaded, so you have to push down and then, you know, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. So push all the way down and then rotate it to the left until it springs off. Putting it on is the same way. You press down and spin. When you do reinstall this, keep in mind there are these two tabs that are up here. One on either side. So what you'll want to do is seat that down in there first, keeping in mind the shift knob. And then once those are down in there, you can push this on. It's kind of one of those figure out the best way to reassemble everything. It's going to be a little tricky to reassemble compared to taking it apart, because you have to plug things in as you're doing it. So it may be easiest to plug in the Bluetooth indicator first, then put the tabs in place. And then while the tabs are in place, you can connect these two right here. Then you can set it down and do the shift knob, and then you can do the power socket and these two buttons, and then button up the rest in the back. But that's all there is to it. It's nice and easy. If you're doing the shifter surround, there's a bit more work to be done. It's a series of these Torx bits that are all over the place. You're kind of disassembling the panel here. Pretty straightforward, but that's all there is to it. So I'm going to have this taken apart. You'll see this again in Andrew's car when I do his DB9, but that's all there is. If you have any questions about that or anything else, please feel free to give me a shout. You can find a contact page on my website, redpants.lol, or you can contact me directly through your own email, rich@redpants.lol. Both of those go to the same email address, so I'm going to respond either way. And thanks for viewing. See you next time.